Good evening, everyone. Today we'll be having listening session 1, and our trainer for today is Mr. Shafiq Mohammed. These are a few instructions for you all. Make sure you have a stable internet connection and a noise free environment, for which we recommend you to use your earphones for the best experience. Moreover, respect your instructor, your classmates, and yourself. Be respectful and professional, and do not write anything inappropriate in the chat box. Moving ahead, these are 3 memberships that are available to you all. You instantly become a bronze member when you get yourselves registered on the Ubergrad website. Apart from this, we have the silver and the gold memberships with additional facilities as displayed on the screen. So in order to get yourselves upgraded to any of these two, you can directly go on the website of Ubergrad and get yourselves registered for it, or you can drop in your details in the chat box and I'll get you into contact with the organization for it. Moreover, we have free profile evaluation, which is done by our experts, which consists of comprehensive evaluation, university shortlisting, course recommendation, country recommendation. Moreover, we have country recommendation, course recommendations, which are made according to a student's profile, future aspirations, requirements, and needs. Moreover, we also have recommendations report, which is customized according to a student's profile and requirements. And we also have doubt clearance sessions regarding the study abroad process, which consists of shortlisting application scholarships, etc. Moving ahead, we have these live classes which goes on every week. So firstly, we have free live GRE classes, which goes on from Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 9:30. It's a 2-month course. We also have free live Duolingo classes, which goes on from Monday to Friday, 6:30 to 7:30. It's a 2-week course. So for getting yourselves enrolled for any of these two online classes, you can directly go on the website and get yourselves enrolled for it. Moving ahead, we have these few achievements which have been given to us by the students who got themselves enrolled at Ubergrad. Moving ahead, we have, now I'll quickly show you the Ubergrad website where you can access the um, various handouts and the recordings that are uploaded for the daily modules. So this is the Ubergrad website, that is ubergrad.com. Over here, a lot of information regarding the countries, universities, courses, and examinations are there, which you all can explore, and you'll get a clear picture of everything as per your requirements and needs. Moreover, we also have free profile evaluation, talk to a counselor option, and test preparation stores consisting of live IELTS, live GRE, live Duolingo classes, as I mentioned before. We also have additional services consisting of the forex card, the education loans for students, the accommodation facilities, international sims, US credit card, US bank accounts, etc. And blogs are also uploaded on a daily basis. So in order to get yourselves available to all these, you can just go on the website and have a clear picture of everything. Now, in order to make yourselves available with the daily handouts and the recordings of the various sessions and the modules, just go on to your name, go on to My Test Preparation, IELTS Academy Comprehensive Live Classes course. When you click on that, it will take you to this window. Now, for example, if you want to watch, like we have 4 modules which take place for a duration of 1 week, and it's a continuous cycle. So we have 4 modules which consists of listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So like today we have the reading, we have the listening session, and this week we'll be having the various sessions of listening module itself. And then the next week we'll be having another module. So for making yourselves available with the daily handouts, for example, if you want to listen to the day 5 of the reading session. So just go on to reading, go on to day 5, when you click on 3.5.1, it will directly take you to day 5 reading module of reading session handout. And if you want to watch the recording of that day 5 reading session, the last recording, just go on to the last recording, because these recordings are the current ones. So it will directly take you to 20th October, as we had the day 5 recording on 20th October. Similarly, like this, we have the we have the various days recordings of the various modules. So you can directly go on the website and check these recordings out. Now I'll also share a Telegram channel link on the in the chat box. So do join the Telegram channel link, and a lot of information about mock tests and other things are available there also. So you will get to know a lot of things. So just join the Telegram channel and more updates would be given to you there. Now I'll quickly hand over the session to our trainer for today, Mr. Shafiq Mohammed. So sir, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Very
So
good
good
evening.
evening, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So, hi guys, very good evening. I'm Mohammed Shafiq. You can call me Shafiq. And today's session will be listening. Okay. Uh, yes, I'm going to share the screen now. Okay. So, very good evening. Okay. So, whatever you have to type, you can type it in the chat box. I mean, if you have any questions, you can type it in the chat box. And I request everyone to wear your headsets or earphones or earpiece, whatever you have. I want you to wear them, okay, throughout the session. And because this is listening, and in the examination also, you have, I mean, the IDP will be giving you the headset over there itself. But in these 5 days, or for these 5 days, or next 4 days, today and next 4 days till Friday, I want you to have your headsets when we are doing listening session. Okay. So it's better to have these headsets so that you can listen to it carefully and answer the questions. So that is the criteria here. And moreover, you will also be accustomed to listen to these things. Okay. So let's start quickly. So listening is one of the modules of IELTS. So IELTS has altogether 4 modules. So instead of saying 4 papers, we can say it as 4 modules. Okay, or 4 test modules. Okay. So one of them is listening. So reading we covered in the next week, and after reading, writing, then speaking. Okay. So listening, reading, writing, and speaking. These are the 4 modules of IELTS. And we also call them as LRWS, that is listening, reading, writing, and speaking. LRWS. So LRW is conducted on, the day which you book the test. For example, if you're planning to write the test on December 15th, for example, okay, December 15th will be your LRW day. LRW means listening, reading, writing day. And speaking would be conducted either on like 2 days before LRW, or it might be also given a date for speaking 2 days after LRW. It might not be on the same day for right, mostly paper-based test. Again, there are 2 types of, I mean, 2 ways of writing tests in IELTS. IELTS, like you can attempt, paper-based test, or you can also give a computer-based test, which is called as CBT. Okay. So mostly paper-based tests are, they happen, the speaking would happen on a different day for paper-based test. It won't be the same for computer-based tests. Computer-based tests, even the speaking will happen on the same day, but the time is allocated along. Whatever the slot is given to you on the same day itself, 90%. Okay, so 10% it can also shift to a next day or before day. So it depends upon the availability of your slots and everything. Speaking, but LRW, that is listening, reading, writing, will be or would be conducted on the same day, the day which you book the test. And by the way, you need to book test like at least 1 month before. Okay, so you need to make up your mind 1 month before, but the test dates can also be available 2 weeks before itself or 1 week before itself, but it depends upon the availability again. So, for example, if Jan take is coming, so definitely there would be a rush to attend the test, isn't it? So, December would be in December. If you want to book like 1 week before, it will be little difficult. Okay, so these are good to know information about IELTS. Okay, so we'll discuss it later. So we'll quickly jump into the module. So listening has 4 sections. Okay. Listening has 4 sections and 40 questions. That means each section will have 10 questions. So each section 10 questions, 4 questions, sorry, 4 sections, that is 40 questions. Okay. And each section will have a different recording. Okay, each section will have a different recording. For example, the first section, in the first section, it will be like conversation between two people. Okay, so after that, in the second section, it will be a monologue. That means only one person will be speaking. Okay, or one person will be uttering something, or one person will be telling on something. Okay, or giving some information. So it will be like conversation again on the in the third section, and then fourth section monologue. So it is like conversation, monologue, 4 sections. Okay. So, but in the third section, more than two people will be conversing or have a dialogue exchange between more than two people. So it can go up to 4 people. That's what he's saying in the third section. Okay. And by the way, for both, it's a good to know information for both academic and general IELTS. It's like listening is the same. So, what is academic? Academic is something where you are planning to write MS or graduation, or planning to do your MS or graduation in a different country, or if you're planning for further studies in a different country, that is English-speaking countries like US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. So for these, academic IELTS is required, and general IELTS is for those who are, who want to work for immigration. Okay, for these kind of purposes. Mostly, see, even those who have given academic IELTS now, you guys are even going to give general IELTS after 2 years. Okay, the reason is once you finish your the studies and stuff, if you want to work there as a full timer, definitely they're going to ask IELTS again, and that would be general IELTS. Okay, again, this is good to know information, but as of now, I know like most every one of you are academic, going for MS, so you would be needing academic IELTS only. Okay, and what is the difference? There is a very slight difference, but not required now because most of you are for academics. Okay, and like we said, 40 questions. For each question, it is allocated 1 point. For example, out of 40 questions, if you get 30 correct answers, 30 to 32 correct answers, you'll get 7 bands. Okay, and if you score out of 40, 35 to 36, you'll get 8 bands. 37 to 38, 8.5, 39 to 49 bands. That means even if you make one mistake out of 40, you'll get 9 bands. So it is 1 to 9 bands again. So your aim should always be above 30 correct answers. That means 7 plus bands should be your aim. See, there are different countries, those who ask, six bands only. Actually, there is a benchmark. Like for example, every country, any university to get into, the benchmark is no band less than six, overall 6.5. Okay, so this is the the benchmark. So your aim should always be above that. Okay, 7+ bands should be your aim. See the way we do our graduations and studies, isn't it? How we aim. If we aim for 80 plus, we stand somewhere around 70 percentage. Okay. If we aim for 90, we stand somewhere around 80 to 85, isn't it? So that's why always plan for high. Okay. So 7+ bands should be your aim. And yes, the types of questions in listening are multiple choice, matchings, plan, diagram, labeling, okay, and form filling, sentence completion, short answer questions, classifications, etc. So any which ways, we are going to slowly discover all these, 10 to 12 types of questions in these 5 days. Okay. Apart from that, you'll also be getting enough of time to practice. So okay, so everything you can't do it on the call itself, right? So once we discuss few questions, you're going to do some like some kind of homework. Okay. Okay, you're going to do some assignment kind of thing. Okay, or remaining questions you do in the class, it will be there in your handouts. Okay, so ma'am, I think already provided you the link of the handouts. So in that handout, it will be there. Okay. So how to go to the handouts and other things, you can ask in the end of the call. So ma'am will be again available. Okay. So don't worry about it. So I believe everyone is wearing your headset. Can you give thumbs up? Okay. Okay. So many questions already. Okay. Yes, today is our first session. Let's see, it starts from this, cycle. First listening, then reading, then writing. Okay, it goes on like that. Okay, then which one will be best? What is which one will be best? I'm asking Sarah. So you're talking about computer-based or paper-based. Both are one and the same. The criteria is the same. Okay, so don't worry about it. So you are the person to discover which one is best for you. Okay, so I'll tell you how it is, any which ways. Okay, so how many days prior should we apply for the exam? So yes, if you have something in your mind, Ramu, definitely plan 1 month prior itself. Plan for the exam for 1 month prior. Check the dates, and the dates should not collide with your other exams or other things which you have. You should not be busy at all in that week. Okay, the entire week. So make sure you're available in that week, and then book the test. Okay. Will you suggest paper-based or CBT? Yes, Rohit, I answered already. It's both are one and the same. Only thing is those who are good with typing, it's not you need to have a very fast typing speed or nothing like that. But any which ways, you will discover it. Okay. Okay. I need only 6.5. Then what should be aim for it? Always, your aim should be always 7 to 7.5. Okay. Yes. Where should we practice? How can we practice? So Ubergrad website is the best, website where you can actually practice all the modules. Okay. Slowly when you discover things, you have mock tests there. You have sectional tests there. Okay. So once you complete this section, for example, the entire module of listening, you can slowly give those sectional tests in Ubergrad. Okay. So then once you need to browse it, you'll understand it. But after this, you will be provided with a link where you can actually, find the questions which we are not doing. We can't do every question, right? So the questions which I'm leaving, you're going to do it at home as an assignment. Okay, by tomorrow. So those are the things in which ways you're going to practice. But after that, you're going to give a sectional test also. Okay. So yeah, it's a 1 month course. Every 4 weeks. 4 weeks is 1 month, right? Yes. Then, sir, how can we prepare better way? So preparation is the key. I want to apply for work purpose, sir. Okay. So work purpose also, it's see, there's a very slight difference between um, general and academics. Okay. So listening is same. So we are reading and writing, slighter, difference. So that when you come to those modules, you'll get to know. Okay. But listening and speaking will be same for both academic and general. So we'll not go off the topic. Okay. Which recording? Yes. So yes, people have many doubts, right? So we need to clear it, Mr. Mishra. Okay. Can I apply with the academic IELTS? No, that is not possible. You need to apply, academic for MS only. You need to apply for work with general IELTS. Okay. So whoever the consultant is, you need to contact that consultant. Okay. So we'll start. So key points to remember. You'll have to multitask. For example, one question you're actually trying to write or trying to answer it. Your eyes should also be to the next question. You'll be checking your answer. I mean, you'll having a view on both two questions. In duels, you'll go. Okay, because what happens here is when you're writing the answer for the first one, immediately the second answer comes for the second sentence sometimes, or second answer come or the recording in that recording, the answer will be coming for the second one. So you need to do a multitasking sometimes, not every time, sometimes. But your pen and eye should be on both the questions, both the blanks. Okay, that is what the multitasking here is. And also, you need to write and listen. Both you need to do, right? So your pen should be moving according to the sentences, and your mind should be always on the speakers, what they're speaking. Okay. Yes, examine. Yeah, don't worry about everything to understand everything in IELTS. Yes, so additional information will always be there in listening, but focus on the questions. According to the question, what answer we require from the given audio. Okay, so and for last point is very important, guys. Mostly students lose points because of spellings. Okay, just be aware of your spelling mistakes. Okay, time is given even within the recording also. Okay, so before the recording also they'll ask you to check the questions, and then the recording will go forward. And in after the section is completed, again they'll give a half a minute or some 30 seconds to correct or whatever incomplete answers you have done it, you can fill it up. So every section, in between the section also, you'll be getting some time, so don't worry about it. But what you need to be very, very worried about is spelling mistakes. Don't utter any spelling mistakes, okay? Because it's completely an English, and that too, it's an international English exam. What is the full form of IELTS, by the way? It's International English Language Testing System. So definitely, it definitely counts on your spellings. So don't make spelling mistakes. And word count is very important. Without, reading the instruction. So if the instruction is saying one word, the answer will be one word only. Okay. If the instruction is saying no more than 2 words, the answer can be up to 2 words. So answer can be one word, 2 words also. If the instruction is saying no more than 3 words, the answer can be one word, 2 word, or 3 words. Sometimes the answer the instruction also can say no more than 2 words and or a number. That means the answer can have a number. For example, mostly dates. Okay, dates or phone numbers. Okay, all these things. And also money, euros. Those are also numbers, right? So All these numbers no need to write in full form. See, even full form is also accepted. For example, writing in words also accepted. But we don't have that much time, right? For example, if the answer is 27%, okay, no need to write TWENTY, then PERCENT, not required. Write 27, that symbol, percentage symbol, that's done. Okay, so listening, they're lenient, quite lenient, okay, for the numbers and all. So write the numbers in numbers only. Even if you write it write them in words also, for numbers they accept. Okay, if the instruction is saying no more than 2 words and the number which you're writing in words, it is getting more than 3 words, that is also accepted because you're just giving it as a number. Okay, but we don't have much time, right? So we'll do it in numbers only. Don't write those numbers as words. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. Yes, we'll start with MCQs. Okay, the most confusing part in IELTS. Yes. So let's start. Before you start, I want you to have a half a minute to check the questions, instructions. For example, what is the instruction here? Circle the correct letter A to C, in between A to C. That is, it is only one letter to be chosen here. Okay. So within A, B, C, you need to choose one. Okay. So that is the criteria. And also read the questions and also the options. Your half a minute starts now to read the questions. Yes, Muhammad Sarim Abdullah. Yes, synonyms are very important. Yes, you will discover now. Okay, let's start.
You will hear a conversation between a student and a doctor at a student health centre.
So what's your problem?
Well, recently I've been getting this pain here, just behind my eyes and in my forehead.
I see. Have you felt sick or dizzy at all, or vomited?
No, not at all. Though the pain is pretty intense sometimes.
And how's your health generally? Have you had any colds or flu recently?
I had a cold a couple of weeks ago, but that's gone. It was only a sniffle, really.
Good. Are you studying a lot? Are you getting enough sleep?
Yes, I'm studying quite a lot. I've got some exams coming up in December, but I'm making sure to sleep plenty.
What time do you go to bed?
They're usually around 11. I sleep about 8.5 hours, and I'm up about 7:30, so I have time to go jogging for half an hour before going to the university at 9.
Very healthy. And has this pain kept you awake or stopped you jogging?
Yes, it makes getting to sleep harder. It's much worse at the end of the day. I hardly notice it in the morning.
What about food? Are you eating properly?
I think so. My girlfriend cooks my meals.
Right, and do you wear glasses?
No,
Aha, when did you last visit an optician?
I don't remember. When I was a child, I suppose.
Okay, well, I think first you should get that done again, just to make sure it's not the cause. In the meantime, take an aspirin or two when you're in pain, and come and see me again in a week. Ask the receptionist to give you an appointment with the optician. He's here on Tuesday and Thursday morning.
Okay. So I believe most of you have listened, but I'll repeat the audio one more time. And I want you to type the answers in the chat box. Okay. Yes. So you can type the answers in the chat box. Yes, those who have already typing, it's fine. Those who didn't get it, please listen to it one more time. Okay.
You will hear a conversation between a student and a doctor at a student health centre.
So what's your problem?
Well, recently I've been getting this pain here, just behind my eyes and in my forehead.
I see. Have you felt sick or dizzy at all, or vomited?
No, not at all. Though the pain is pretty intense sometimes.
And how's your health generally? Have you had any colds or flu recently?
I had a cold a couple of weeks ago, but that's gone. It was only a sniffle, really.
Good. Are you studying a lot? Are you getting enough sleep?
Yes, I'm studying quite a lot. I've got some exams coming up in December, but I'm making sure to sleep plenty.
What time do you go to bed?
They're usually around 11. I sleep about 8.5 hours, and I'm up about 7:30, so I have time to go jogging for half an hour before going to the university at 9.
Very healthy. And has this pain kept you awake or stopped you jogging?
Yes, it makes getting to sleep harder. It's much worse at the end of the day. I hardly notice it in the morning.
What about food? Are you eating properly?
I think so. My girlfriend cooks my meals.
Right, and do you wear glasses?
No,
Aha, when did you last visit an optician?
I don't remember. When I was a child, I suppose.
Okay, well, I think first you should get that done again, just to make sure it's not the cause. In the meantime, take an aspirin or two when you're in pain, and come and see me again in a week. Ask the receptionist to give you an appointment with the optician. He's here on Tuesday and Thursday morning.
Okay. Okay, guys, there's a small twist here. There's another question, which is fourth question,
You will hear.
which is this question, okay? And as you have already listened to the audio, I want you to choose two options from it, from this fourth question. 1, 2, and 3, only one option to be chosen. But fourth, you need to choose two letters. So you have already listened to the audio. Can you choose the two letters from it? Which of these things does doctor suggest? Doctor suggests Martin should do. Okay. Very good. Most of you have given the right answers. Okay. Let's discuss the first three. Why is Martin visiting the doctor? A is the right answer. He suffers from headaches because the reason he says is pain behind my eyes and forehead. That means headaches. He didn't say that no, I'm not feeling vomiting sensation. I don't have any kinds of flu. That means B and C are gone. So first one, A is the right answer for the first answer. Okay. So definitely synonyms are very important here. So he suffers from headaches is not what he said directly, isn't it? He said pain behind my eyes and forehead, he said. Okay. So paraphrasing of the answer he has told. So we need to come to one conclusion and tick the answer. Okay. Or choose the answer. Then how many hours does Martin usually sleep each night? So he says, I sleep in between 8.5 hours. So 8.5 doesn't mean it is less than 8, and also more than 9 is also wrong. So between 8 and 9, 8.5 always is, obviously it is between 8 and 9, isn't it? So B is the right answer for the second one. Okay. Then, which of these describes Martin's problem? So obviously he was saying that it is worse in the night, or it is not in the daytime. It is not visible in the daytime. It's mostly he can observe it in the later part of the evening. Okay, that means evening and at night is the answer. So C is the right answer for the third one. Okay, C is the right answer for the third one. Then fourth answer, like I told you to choose two options here. So those two options are have his eyes tested and take some medicine, because she says meet the optician before you meet me. Okay, meet the optician means get the eyes tested. Okay, so that is B is the right answer. And take an aspirin. Take an aspirin means take some medicine would be the right answer here. So B as in boy and E as in elephant. So B and E are the right answers. Am I correct? Yes, Ramu, yes. Behind my eyes means, see, those people have, pain behind the eyes. That means they have some, sight problems. Okay. So forehead means it is headache. Okay. Yes. Let's go to the next question.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, we'll do this one. So you're going to do sample question 2 as a homework. Okay. That is the reason I'm leaving it. We'll do this one. Sample question 3. And I'm giving you half a minute to check the answers, check the questions and the instructions, and also the content which is there in the options. So basically you need to read every part of the question. So your half a minute starts now. Okay. I believe you have read the questions and the options. Let's start. I want you to answer it in one go. I'll not repeat this time. And by the way, in the examination, the audio is not repeated. It will just go on. Okay. It will be played only once. But here we are practicing. Yes. When we practice, we can repeat a number of times because some of the terminologies, some question types, we might not get it for the first time. So we have to repeat and understand it. So that is the practice we are going to do. Okay.
Now, what is the nature of your complaint?
I'm phoning to complain about a flight I took recently. I always take certain measures to ensure that I will be comfortable. For example, I always pay the additional cost for extra legroom, and I always arrive punctually for the flight to make sure that I'm seated beneath an air conditioner. Unfortunately, I was disappointed to find that the air conditioning on the plane was broken, so I spent the entire flight in discomfort as it was too hot and the air was stuffy.
I see. I do apologize for this fault with the air conditioning. Now, while I have you on the phone, would you mind answering a short questionnaire regarding your recent flight?
Sure.
Okay, let's get started. What did you think of the food that was served to you during the flight?
I thought that it was inexpensive and quite delicious. However, I was still very hungry afterwards, as it was a very small portion and more of a snack. Providing a snack for lunch is not reasonable.
Okay, I have noted that down. What was your opinion of the quality of service that you received from our staff on board?
The staff was very helpful, but each time I pressed the button to request service, it took a long time for a staff member to arrive. I found this frustrating as there just weren't enough staff on board the flight to be able to serve all the customers.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much for answering those questions.
Okay. So I'll repeat the audio one more time. Okay. Yes.
Now, what is the nature of your complaint?
I'm phoning to complain about a flight I took recently. I always take certain measures to ensure that I will be comfortable. For example, I always pay the additional cost for extra legroom, and I always arrive punctually for the flight to make sure that I'm seated beneath an air conditioner. Unfortunately, I was disappointed to find that the air conditioning on the plane was broken, so I spent the entire flight in discomfort as it was too hot and the air was stuffy.
I see. I do apologize for this fault with the air conditioning. Now, while I have you on the phone, would you mind answering a short questionnaire regarding your recent flight?
Sure.
Okay, let's get started. What did you think of the food that was served to you during the flight?
I thought that it was inexpensive and quite delicious. However, I was still very hungry afterwards, as it was a very small portion and more of a snack. Providing a snack for lunch is not reasonable.
Okay, I have noted that down. What was your opinion of the quality of service that you received from our staff on board?
The staff was very helpful, but each time I pressed the button to request service, it took a long time for a staff member to arrive. I found this frustrating as there just weren't enough staff on board the flight to be able to serve all the customers.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much for answering those questions.
Okay, now you can type in the answers. Already I've seen many people typed in the answers in the chat box. Please give your answers in the chat box. And let me check like how many of you given the right answers. Very good. So most of your answers are correct. I'm waiting for others also to type in the answers. I want complete participation, guys. It's not like only like few bunch of people typing in always. I want everyone to participate because you have to, give some, active participation. Otherwise, how will you get it? How will you do the homework or, the assignment or the remaining questions? Okay, very good. So the answer is correct according to like many of you have given. C, A, B. First answer is C. Temperature is the right answer. See, he talked about punctuality, then leg room, but he was complaining only about the temperature because the air condition is not working. So he was talking about C, temperature. Punctuality and legroom is just he wanted to say it. I come punctually, enough of legroom is there, blah, 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 blah. I booked it for a legroom. So those are the, things which are not required, but it not required according to the question. Okay. So what, according to the question, what is his complaint about? The air conditioning. He was, suffocating, isn't it? He was like saying he's not able to breathe in or something, isn't it? Because of the temperature. So temperature is not proper because of air conditioning. Okay. So C is the right answer for the first one. Second one, what does the man think about the food served during the food? So most of you have given the answer as A, which is correct, but some of you also have given it as B. So B, he says, inexpensive. Inexpensive means not so expensive. Inexpensive, he says. Inexpensive means not so expensive. So he was talking about the food is like a very small snack. Okay, that means he's not enough. His appetite is little bigger. Okay, so the answer is A. A is the right answer. Okay, for second one. Then third one, what does the man think of the service of the staff? So definitely everyone has given the right answer. It is B, which is long wait. B is the right answer. Okay, guys, you need to follow instructions. For example, instead of writing for paper-based guys, mostly those who are writing paper-based guys, so you'll have a separate, answer sheet after the question paper. You'll the last paper would be a answer sheet. So I'll just show you how an answer sheet looks like. One sec. For paper based, okay. For computer based, you need to type it there, then and there itself, not required. Okay. Drop downs, to click on the buttons. Those things will be there in computer based. But for paper based, you need to jot down the answers in the answer sheet. So the time given for listening in total is 40 minutes. 30 minutes is where the audio goes on, and one second. And 10 minutes is given to jot down the answers in the answer sheet. So 30 plus 10. Okay. So 30 plus 10 comes again 40 minutes, isn't it? So 40 minutes, 40 answers, 40 questions. Huh? It's all 40, 40. So the answer sheet for paper-based. I'm trying to show. One sec. Okay, it's taking time. Finally, so it looks like an OMR sheet. Okay, so British Council is not conducting the test now. Only IDP is conducting. So don't worry about it. And see, it looks like this. You need to write the answers in these rectangular boxes 1 to 40. Okay, so the answer sheet looks like this. Let me just make it a little smaller. Only for paper based. Okay, for computer based, you need to type it in the blank itself. For example, there will be a space and a blank over there. For MCQs, you need to just click here. There'll be a button where you need to click. That's it. Okay, so don't worry about it. So for paper based, some people ask me, so which one is better? So some people are good in writing things. They want paper feel. Yes, so paper based is better. So computer based came into existence in a huge manner after the pandemic. Okay, so that is the only difference. And those are good in typing, like because you need to type and write everything in the computer for writing. When writing comes, yeah, it will be explained. Okay, so let's go to the next question. We'll do a next question, which is a different question type. Let me see what question type we can do. We'll do matching. Okay, that would be great. So we'll do this one. In matching, we'll do this. Okay, so what are matchings? Matchings are nothing but you need to match these courses to these. Okay, so all you need is you need to read the instruction. Okay, so here what the speaker is saying here is the courses, and regarding to it, what kind of interest they have. That is what the instruction is, right? What have the speakers heard about each of the following courses? Choose 5 answers from the box. So there is no box here. So 5 answers from these A to G. Okay, and write the correct letters next to 1 to 5 questions. Okay, that means if you feel that project management is D, for example, you'll write D here. Okay, but by the way, here in these matching, sometimes it won't start from the project management thing. It can start from creativity or innovation. It can start from business administration. So you need to remember that it won't come in sequence sometimes. Okay, and particularly I'm giving you a hint for this question. This question is it won't come in sequence. It can start from creativity and innovation. Okay, so just listen to it and discover by yourself now. And before that, I'll give you half a minute to read the instructions and question content. Okay, so go through the questions like comments and courses, whatever it is there, and then we'll start. And here also, direct answer will not be given. Synonym word or a sentence to be told regarding these comments. Okay, I'm giving you another hint also. So synonyms will be given to these answers. You need to select which one is correct. Okay, and only one to be chosen for each course. That means out of A to G, some will be left off. Only 5 you're choosing from A to G. Let's start.
You will hear 2 university students discussing the subsidiary subjects they can choose from in the second year of their degree courses. Let's listen. So, have you made a decision about what subsidiary subject you're going to study next year?
No, to be honest, I haven't really given it much thought yet. We have got a few more weeks left before we need to decide. How about you?
Well, I've been mulling it over for a while, but I haven't come to any conclusions. I don't want to rush into anything.
Well, what choices do you have available in the chemistry department? I expect that they are related to maths or computing, are they? Not very interesting.
Well, they used to be, but these days we can choose things like business administration, project management, or even something called creativity and innovation.
Creativity and innovation? That sounds a bit different. What does that involve?
Well, I was talking to someone who did the course last year, and he actually put me off a bit.
Why? What did he say?
He said that the lecturer was excellent, but he also told me completing the assignments took up a lot of his time, and it's only supposed to be a subsidiary subject after all.
Well, how about business administration?
Everyone says that's dull as ditch water. I heard the project management course is good though, very hands-on and not theoretical at all. So I guess it'll be a toss-up between creativity and innovation and project management.
Right. Well, I think I've narrowed my choices down to 2.
But you said you hadn't really thought about it.
Well, when you're doing a degree in education, there isn't much choice. Most of the subjects are compulsory.
Okay, so what are the 2 options?
Either cognitive psychology, which might be good because I could do the classes online as well as face-to-face, or Spanish language.
And which way are you leaning at the moment?
In fact, I'm thinking of doing Spanish, mostly because I've heard that it's actually fun. A lot of the lectures I've attended this year have been quite dry, so Spanish might be the breath of fresh air that I've been looking for.
Okay, I'll repeat it one more time. So those who didn't get or didn't answer some of the questions can answer it. And by the way, there is no negative marking in IELTS. So you can always do some guesswork for the answers which you don't get. Okay, so there is no negative marking, guys. This is very, very important point.
You will hear 2 university students discussing the subsidiary subjects they can choose from in the second year of their degree courses. Let's listen. So, have you made a decision about what subsidiary subject you're going to study next year?
No, to be honest, I haven't really given it much thought yet. We have got a few more weeks left before we need to decide. And how about you?
Well, I've been mulling it over for a while, but I haven't come to any conclusions. I don't want to rush into anything.
Well, what choices do you have available in the chemistry department? I expect that they are related to maths or computing, are they? Not very interesting.
Well, they used to be, but these days we can choose things like business administration, project management, or even something called creativity and innovation.
Creativity and innovation? That sounds a bit different. What does that involve?
Well, I was talking to someone who did the course last year, and he actually put me off a bit.
Why? What did he say?
He said that the lecturer was excellent, but he also told me completing the assignments took up a lot of his time, and it's only supposed to be a subsidiary subject after all.
Well, how about business administration?
Everyone says that's dull as ditch water.
I
heard the project management course is good though, very hands-on and not theoretical at all. So I guess it'll be a toss-up between creativity and innovation and project management.
Right. Well, I think I've narrowed my choices down to 2.
But you said you hadn't really thought about it.
Well, when you're doing a degree in education, there isn't much choice. Most of the subjects are compulsory.
Okay, so what are the 2 options?
Either cognitive psychology, which might be good because I could do the classes online as well as face-to-face, or Spanish language.
And which way are you leaning at the moment?
In fact, I'm thinking of doing Spanish, mostly because I've heard that it's actually fun. A lot of the lectures I've attended this year have been quite dry, so Spanish might be the breath of fresh air that I've been looking for.
Okay, so okay, what is the first answer for project management? Project management. Okay, by the way, you can give me the answers, okay, 1 to 5 in your chat boxes. Please type it in the chat box and send it to me. Fast. Okay, I want some more people to give the answers. Please type in the chat box. Okay, thank you for your answers. So most of you have given like 70% have given the right answers. Let's discuss. So project management is practical. She's talking about it's like more of a, I mean, he says uh, not theoretical. That means it is practical. Okay. C is the right answer for project management. And Spanish language, like most of you have given it as B. Okay, breath of a fresh air, and that means it's really, I mean, she really likes it, she enjoys it, isn't it? So enjoyable, B is the right answer for Spanish language. Okay, and then third one, cognitive psychology, like most of you have given D, which is flexible. Cognitive psychology, she can do it both online and offline. Okay, that is classroom sessions. And also offline. She has that flexibility. She doesn't say directly flexible, but she can do both the ways, right? That is what it is. So cognitive psychology, third one is D. D as in Delta. Okay. Then business administration. So this is a little, kind of idiom use. Okay. Ditch water. Ditch water means, dull. Ditch water's exact meaning, um, if you find out in, or if you Google it, ditch water. Ditch water means dull. Dull means here, G, boring. Okay. So business administration, he says ditch water. That is boring. So this one is little, not so easy to guess because you need to know what is that idiom is all about. This is an idiomatic phrase. Okay. But now you have learned it. So write it down somewhere and make it your own dictionary. Okay. So when you do these kind of exercises, when you come across new terminology, new words, write it in a book where you can actually refer it before the examination. So ditch water means boring or dull. Okay, so boring is the right answer. G is the right answer for the fourth one. Then creativity, innovation. He says it's like taking long time. So time consuming is the right answer. F is the right answer. Okay, so fifth one it is F. So Ayan Ali has written, according to the conversation. No, you have to write according to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, according to the numbering. Okay, so first you have written F, I can understand it, but F belongs to creativity and innovation. See, they started from this creativity innovation. You'll write F here. You cannot write F here, isn't it? So opposite to project management, whatever they have said, you have to write that. Okay. So the exact answers are C, B, D, G, F. Okay. C, B, D, G, F is the right answer. Okay. Yes. Any doubts in it, guys? Do you want me to repeat any part of the question or any question in that? Or any doubts here? Writing answer sheet. Okay, Mr. Deadpool. It will be shown in your writing session. Okay, because it is off the topic. Okay, any which ways. If you want, I can show it now. Okay, but it is off the topic. I'll show it now itself. Okay. Writing. So reading and listening would be the same. It would look the same. See, only this banner changes for paper based. Instead of listening, it will be writing. Same 40 questions will be there. Okay. But what about writing answer sheet? Let's see. Okay, someone is saying which question, Bhagirath Bunty? You didn't get all the questions or one question? Because I repeated twice already. So if you have any doubts, Bhagirath, you can listen to this audio again, because this will be posted again into the tomorrow morning. By morning 10 o'clock it will be posted. So you can listen to it n number of times. Okay, it will be posted in the YouTube itself. Okay, you'll get the link also, and also in the website it will be there. So don't worry about it. Okay, so just listen to the entire thing, you'll understand. Okay. By the way, why it is not opening? Yeah, it looks something like this. Okay. You'll have some rules. I mean, where you can fill in the answers like this. Okay. It will be like this. Okay. So don't worry. Yes. Any other questions, guys? So someone has typed. So do we need to write the comments or just the letter, which is ABC? Aisha, I didn't get what comments it is. No, you need to write the letters. So that is the reason why I told you to follow the instruction, right? If the instruction says ABC, you need to write ABC only. Okay, you should not write the entire word. For example, there for cognitive psychology, instead of writing, something. For example, for cognitive psychology, instead of writing, what do you call practical? For example, you wrote instead of writing C, you wrote practical. You wrote the entire word. You will not be allotted a mark. Okay, so follow the instructions carefully. If the instruction is saying write only A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, within that, you have to write only that letter. Don't write the entire answer again. Okay, so I hope I answered that. Okay, Tyson, yeah, it's not an hard work. I love doing it any which ways. Yes. Then same goes for the computer-based test, the mark sheet. That is what I was trying to say, right? So in computer-based test, for listening, yeah, you need to mark it then and there itself. You'll have buttons and drop downs. Okay, so once you start doing sectional tests from our Ubergrad website, you'll understand it, because these sectional tests which Ubergrad has is computer based only. Okay, so you can go ahead and see once, but it's better stay till this entire week, and after that do the sectional test, or at least do 2 to 3 sessions with me. Then after that go to the Ubergrad sectional test, that is listening. Then do that. Okay, in that way you'll understand. Okay, so yes, in computer based, drop downs and Your typing will be there then and there itself. You don't need to again separately write it in a answer sheet. Okay. Yes. So how many synonyms should we learn for the IELTS exam? Yeah, it depends. It depends. It's not like GRE, like you need to learn like 4,000 words. No. No, there is no, perfect kind of synonyms. You need to listen to these audios. You need to do more and more practice of listening. So whenever you come across, for example, if your exam is on like after 1 month, on 15th, like I told you, 15th of December. So try to do listening like 20 questions every day. In those, for example, out of 20 questions, you got like 5 to 10, different types of synonyms, or for this word, this a new synonym came. You're going to write it in your rough book, so you will count it. Okay, Ramu, we are not talking about GRE here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about GRE. Don't ask. Only IELTS, and that too we are doing listening. Okay. Yes. Yes. Those who want to join for GRE classes and Duolingo classes, ma'am will help you with that. Okay. Yes, that's all for today. We'll discover more questions tomorrow in listening. Stay tuned. We'll meet tomorrow. That's all. And have a nice evening. Bye-bye, guys. Ma'am?
Yes, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Guys, do you have any other doubts related to anything related to the recording and the sectional tests? Okay, so Agash, for the practice tab, you can just go on to the Telegram channel, join the Telegram channel, and you'll get it over there. Okay, so Ramu, just give me a second. I'll open the website and then I'll screen share it. Just give me a second. All right. So this is the Ubergrad website, that is ubergrad.com. Just go on to your name, go to My Test Preparation, go to IELTS Academy Comprehensive Live Classes course. After clicking on that, it will take you to this tab and see the first module as shown over here is listening day 1. So for getting handouts related to listening day 1, you can click on 2.1.1 and it will directly take you to the handout of today's day 1 of listening. And also for if you want to watch the recording of listening day 1, now since this was the last listening session, the last listening day 1 session, uh, this is the recording of that. So that is why 23rd October is mentioned. But the recording of today's session, if you have missed anything today, so the recording of today's session would be uploaded tomorrow. So just after this option, you will get one more option. Just click on that, and that would be the listening session day 1 of 13th of November. So similarly, you can just go and check out listening day 2, listening day 3, day 4, day 5. Then the sectional tests are there. And similarly, we have of other modules as well, that is reading, speaking, writing. Just click on that, and of whichever day you want to watch the recording of or check out the handout of, you can just go on and click on that particular option, and it will directly take you to the recording of that particular day and that particular module. And also for mock tests, you can just go on to the Telegram channel. I shared the link to the Telegram channel. I'll reshare it, don't worry, just give me a second. So for more information, you can just go on to the Telegram channel, just join that, and you'll get the access to everything there as well. So I have shared the Telegram channel link. Aisha, you can just join it. And I hope that I've made myself clear, Ramu. Welcome, Aisha. Anything else, guys? I've showed you the recordings and the handout part. I've shared the Telegram channel link. Anything else that you guys want to ask? If yes, just drop it in the chat box and I'll answer them. Else, okay. So we'll just close the call for today and we'll meet tomorrow for listening session 2. Thank you so much for joining.
क्या बोल रहे हो दादी